Finance ministers from the world's top 20 economies have pledged to take whatever action is necessary to tackle the global credit slump. At a meeting in southern England, they attempted to play down any major differences as they lay the groundwork for further discussions to take place in 2 weeks at the G20.
The cloud of the global economic downturn has cast its shadow on the pastoral surroundings of the south of England, where finance ministers got together with central bankers from the G20 group to try and find a path to a brighter future. The agenda was packed: macroeconomic response to the global crisis, regulation and cooperation, and finally the reform of global financial institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. One of the main outcomes became a commitment to guard against protectionism.
We have taken decisive and comprehensive action to boost demand and jobs. And importantly, we stated that we are prepared to take whatever action is necessary to ensure that growth is restored, and we are committed to do that for however long it takes to do that. In addition to that, we committed ourselves again to fight all forms of protectionism and to maintain open trade and investment.
Another area of consensus was the need to substantially increase the IMF's resources to strengthen its ability to help developing nations facing funding crises. The G20 nations had also agreed to ask the IMF to assess the impact of different fiscal stimulus plans to help decide what further action was necessary. But disagreement on what exactly is required next still seems to be there. The meeting came just a day after the Financial Times published a leaked memo from Britain's Foreign Office, which stated that lobbying efforts should be focused on 11 priority countries. It described Russia, among several others, as being Tier 2 countries and advised relatively less attention being paid to their representatives at the meeting. But Russia's finance minister says the outcome for Russia is just the opposite.
We have strengthened our influence on the development of global guidelines. That is, global guidelines will not be considered without Russia. Russia participates in 4 corresponding work groups within the G20.
The final statement of the meeting will hopefully provide the basis for more concrete pledges from the G20 leaders. The ministers have done their best to play down any talk of disagreement here at this meeting. They have underlined there's been a significant amount of progress and a great deal of consensus. Now, exactly how much consensus has been reached will become apparent in just 2 weeks' time, when the world leaders gather for the G20 summit in London. Daria Pushkova, RT, Horsham, in the West Sussex countryside.